Hello everyone. Let's have a discussion on Unit 5, which is about System 5 inter-process communication. These System 5 IPC include message queues, shared memory, and semaphore. Message queues and shared memory will help you to have communication between end-to-end processes. That means end processes might share data to M other processes using message queues or shared memory, and the synchronization of these message queues and shared memory can be maintained with the help of semaphores. As you have end-to-end processes or end-to-end processes working together, it is very difficult for the operating system to manage things properly without the help of data structures maintained. So for each one of them, the kernel maintains a minimum of 2 data structures for maintaining the information of which process is adding a message, which process is removing the message, which process is attaching, which process is detaching data from the IPC channel. The very first data structure that is maintained by the kernel contains the general information about users who are creating these IPC channels with the help of System 5 IPC, and what is the means of accessing this particular channel which was created, and what is the namespace which we call it as a key in System 5 IPC used for either accessing or creating the System 5 IPC channel entries like message queue, shared memory, or semaphores. So the key point till here would be whenever we either create or try to access System 5 IPC, the very first structure which is created or accessed will be IPC underscore perm. This point we should remember and we should not forget. Now, before we go and proceed and understand each and every part of your System 5 IPC, let us see what are the broadly varieties of system calls which are useful for doing the job. As you can see in this particular table, the very first entry is about the message queue. The work that can be done on a message queue would be, as you are doing it for the first time, you would have to create a message queue first. Then try to add data to the message queue with the help of system call. Then another process has to try to retrieve data from the message queue. And whatever message queue was created by you must be under the control. So for doing these 4 different operations, we have 4 different system calls. Either accessing or creating a message queue is taken care with the help of system call which says MSG get message get. So this will help you to either create or access the existing message queue. Adding data to the message queue happens with the help of system call which says MSG message send. So this system call will help you to send the data that you would like to share with the other process, and the data would be added to the message queue. The next system call which is useful for retrieving data from the message queue is MSGRCV, which says message received. This system call will help you to retrieve data from the message queue. In the end, when the entire job is completed, you might have to delete the space that was occupied or used by you under the name of message queue, or you might would like to increase the space of the message queue, or you might feel like reducing the space occupied by the message queue. So all these type of operations fall under the category of controlling the area. So these are handled with the help of system call which says MSGCTL, message queue control. So all these 4 varieties of system calls will help you to work with System 5 IPC called message queue. So the definition part of these system calls can be found inside a header file which says system/msg.h. So when we are trying to work with message queue in terms of writing a program, we should remember that we need to include this header file on the top. Similar to this message queue, let us shift our domain of interest to shared memory. Shared memory is nothing but a buffer of space which is provided, using which a process might place data into it and another process can come and retrieve the data from this buffer. The buffer is what we call it as shared memory. Do remember this point. Buffer space, how big you want, can be allotted according to your will and wish. So that buffer would be called by us as shared memory. So either accessing or creating the shared memory can be done with the help of a system call which says SHM get, which says shared memory get. So similar to message get, shared memory get also will help you to either create if it is not existing or access if it is already found. the placement of data into this particular buffer, which is shared memory, can be done with the help of attachment done with system call which says SHMAT, which says shared memory attached. Retrieval of data can be accompanied or can be facilitated with the help of system call which says shared memory detached. So these two behave like message send and message receive. Similar to message control, we have a control mechanism that can be applied over shared memory, which is done with the help of shared memory CTL, which says shared memory control. Similar to these four, you can even find the functionality of maintaining a critical section problem with the help of semaphore can be done with the help of three system calls. The work of semaphore here is neither to place data nor retrieve data. The job of semaphore is to see that only one process is there in this critical section area of IPC channel. When one process is lying in the critical section, no other process must be allowed for doing the job. So this behavior of semaphore already we have seen similar to that with the concepts of lockf, flock, link, create and open. The functionality of semaphore, behavior of semaphore looks similar to those 5 system calls. So wherever we have the critical section, after you identify the critical section, the job with the semaphore would be have an entry section above with the help of a function called mylog, have an exit section below the critical section with a function called as myunlock. So in the entry section, as we were discussing even in the 4th unit, if I am doing the subtraction operation in the exit section, I need to do the reverse of it, which is addition. If I am doing in the entry section division, I need to do the reverse of it, which is multiplication. So the concept that we learned for handling critical section is nowhere different even when you come to the concept of semaphore here. So, but prior, using this particular concept of entry and exit prepared with semaphore, the semaphore has to be created or semaphore, if it is already existing, has to be accessed. So this creation of semaphore or accessing of semaphore is done with the help of SEM get, which says semaphore get. Maintaining, handling, increasing the space, reducing the space or deleting the created semaphore can be handled with the help of SEMCTL, semaphore control. Operating, that is incrementing in the entry, decrementing in the exit, locking in the entry, unlocking in the exit, will be facilitated with the help of a system call which says SEMOP, which says semaphore operation. So semaphore contains 3 system calls, shared memory and message queue contains 4 system calls. All these put together, which are 4 plus 4 plus 3, total 11 system calls, will fall under the area of System 5 IPC.